Hey, welcome back, everyone. 105 subscribers. Wow, I really appreciate that. That's the current subscriber count at the time of producing this. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. It really helps us out. And in this week's episode, we're going to be fiberglassing in the pilot house floor. We're going to go over a few of my favorite money-saving hacks for this. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. We've got the framing all in. Let's get prepping some fiberglass for adhesion. Unfortunately, we got to do that. Got to get a little sanding in. We're going to use a pretty worn down flappy disc. I like these things. You got to be careful with them. They'll take a lot of material off fast. That's why I use a worn down one. And this one's already being used. These little Harbor Freight grinders, they really suck as a grinder, but they're great as a sander for this sort of thing. And I think after the coupon, they're like $10, so you don't feel bad about destroying one at the end of a project, midway through a project, and just go out and get another one. But beats the heck out of destroying a $100 Milwaukee, or I don't know what you guys pay for those Fest tools out there, but I see awful lot of people use them. I'm sure they're quality tools, just not in my budget. Okay, time to mix up some glue. Mix up 8 ounces just to do that forward frame. Probably have a little left over, but that's okay. We'll use it. We can always glue mix up some more. Got our bag and our bucket ready to go. Yeah, that went a little bit over. We're not sponsored here at the Bella Project, but we do like U.S. Composites fiberglass materials. So if you're in need of some reasonable epoxy and fillers and glass mat, check them out. We'll start laying down this bed of epoxy and Cabasil and give the 2x4 a nice bedding surface. We're going to continue to do this throughout the project. This is just the first step. We're going to also tab in the 2x4s, so it'll make it nice and strong. Matt from the Duracell project would say you need an embarrassing amount of glue. I'm going to take his word for it because he's a professional shipwright. I'm just an amateur. Figured I'd check. This is one of the parts of boat building that two people really come in handy. One mixing epoxy and one putting it down. I could probably estimate this a little better than I do, but for what we're doing here, I don't really think it's necessary. It's not that big of a, not that big of a job we're doing. Good morning, everyone. Came out here to check the epoxy that we laid up yesterday. Still a little tacky, but that's kind of to be expected with the temperatures. I think it's the time of year we're going to have to switch over to the fast hardener. This is the medium. We used that for the transom layup and had some left over, so went ahead and used it, but we'll keep that in mind. So far everything looks really good. Bring you in for a closer look. Oop. Got a little bit that I didn't clean up there, but that's okay. We'll get that. We'll get these tabbed in. I want to get some flooring laid down just so that we got something to stand on. We're going to add some foam on the sides just to, one, help with insulation, two, give us a little flotation. We're going to, those front side pieces there that are little wells, we're going to close those off, probably pour in some foam. It's generally how they do it. I think that's how this was done from the factory as well. So, but over time, they absorb moisture and get wet. But a lot of this flotation foam that goes into the boats is a lot better than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. I think this boat's like a 78. So rough math on that. What, 47 years old? She's still around. Okay, so we're going to take some of this Bondo glass here, and it's fiberglass reinforced Bondo. We use it on other projects for filling holes. I think basically it's their polyester resin mixed with a bunch of fiberglass fibers, maybe some other filler product that they have. It works pretty good. It hardens up and provides strength just like a rock, or just like a whole bunch of fiberglass crammed into a spot. So we'll go ahead and do that. Stuff also kind of smells a little bit, so mask up. All right, as you can see, that's the gaps we're going to fill. That one wasn't as bad. That one kind of got away from me on the saw, so we'll go ahead and get that gap filled in and then touch up the other side. While this Bondo used to be reasonably priced, I was just in Lowe's the other day and I saw it for $58 a gallon, so not sure where the cost benefit is. A gallon goes a long way, I will say that, but just depends on what you want to use. I had this left over, so I'm going to use it. Nice thing about all this stuff is it pretty much will tell you when you just stop working with it. And as you can see right there, that was the point we were getting, where it was just kind of pulling off and it was just done, ready to set up. This stuff will kick pretty quick. Now, folks, as you can see, we're using some stuff here that isn't all that good for your health if you breathe it constantly. So just keep that in mind. Wear your PPE, wear your face mask, dust mask. You don't want that fiberglass dust in your lungs. So just a friendly reminder. I'm not going to harp on it a lot, but just now that we got our floor frames in for our pilot house, we can start making the front wall and get the windows sorted and figured out where they need to go. So Well, at least all the snow's gone. Better get to work.